Gil Martin here, and welcome everybody to today's episode of the Daily Packers Post, where we bring you in-depth videos on your Green Bay Packers. New episodes drop every day, Monday through Friday, so hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss an episode. Also, check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on your Green Bay Packers Monday through Saturday. Today, we're going to talk about Jordan Morgan, the former first-round pick out of Arizona. Seems to have finally found a home at right guard after a pretty rocky start to his NFL career. The Packers took Morgan in the first round of last year's NFL draft back in 2024. The Arizona alum played left tackle in college, but a lot of scouts weren't sure. Was he a tackle or a guard in the NFL? Some thought he had the skills necessary to excel at tackle, but others thought he'd be a better guard because his arm length is just a little shorter than what most NFL teams prefer for an offensive tackle. And that matters for blocking leverage and the ability to keep players off the quarterback when you're blocking edge rushers. In his rookie season, the Packers made an announcement that they were going to cross-train Jordan Morgan at both tackle and guard. He was going to be a guy who would play four positions potentially along the offensive line, everything but center. And that's something we know that Brian Gutekunst and Matt LaFleur like to do. You have Zach Tom and Elton Jenkins, who have played all five positions along the line, and they just like to be able to try to get the best five players out there on the field, and being able to have players who can slot in at different positions certainly helps. And look, at OTAs in his rookie year, Morgan split time between left tackle and right guard. But once training camp got started, Matt LaFleur basically said his best chance of getting on the field as a rookie would be at right guard. And once training camp started, most of his practice time, in fact, nearly all of his practice time, was at that position. And early in the season, while he didn't win a starting job, what the Packers did was rotate Jordan Morgan in for a few series every game at right guard. Now, Morgan did get one start as a rookie. It happened when center Josh Myers suffered an injury. He missed a game, and Elton Jenkins, who was the left guard, moved to center for that one game, and so they inserted Morgan into the starting lineup at guard. But after 6 games, Morgan suffers what turned out to be a season-ending injury, and he spent the rest of the 2024 campaign on injured reserve. So, fast forward to training camp this year, Morgan was healthy again and wanted to compete for another starting position on the offensive line. Again, the Packers tried him out at tackle, both at left and right tackle, and also he played some guard as well, right guard being the position with the opening. Now, again, Morgan said he thought of himself as a tackle, and that was the position he preferred, but he was willing to play wherever they asked him to play. But as most Packer fans know, throughout the preseason and into the regular season, injuries along the offensive line got in the way of these position battles. Zach Tom has missed significant time due to an oblique injury. Aaron Banks missed time both in training camp and in the regular season due to a back injury. And basically, the coaching staff had to shuffle the starters and reserves around to fill out a 5-man line. So Morgan played guard, he played tackle, filled in wherever necessary, sometimes playing both positions on opposite sides of the field in the same game. And that is certainly not easy. And even head coach Matt LaFleur got a little concerned about moving Morgan around so often with all these injuries. He said, I think there's some merit to that, especially when you look at playing multiple spots in one game, because against the Browns, he played both right guard and left tackle. See, he said, I don't think that's easy on anybody, especially a guy who's still a relatively young player. That's something we've certainly got to look at. So, again, when everybody got healthy, Morgan continued to rotate in for several series at guard behind the starter, Sean Ryan. But that all changed last week, week 6, against the Bengals. Tom was healthy again. Banks was healthy again, or at least they were healthy enough to play. And Morgan took over as the starting right guard. Now, the Packers had 61 offensive snaps in that game against Cincinnati, and Morgan played 49 of them. Ryan did rotate in for one series, took 12 snaps, but that was it. As the game went on, it was all Jordan Morgan as the team's starting right guard. And finally, it looks like Morgan has found his position and earned a starting job. He has graded out better than Ryan, according to Pro Football Focus, and the coaching staff was pleased with what he's been able to do. Matt LaFleur, again, Morgan has moved so much throughout his time here. I didn't feel comfortable going into the game with doing musical chairs up front throughout the whole week of practice. I think in order for a guy to go out there and play their best, they've got to get the reps at that position. So I made a decision, and it was truly up in the air with some of those guys with the injuries. We didn't know if they were going to be able to go, so it was going to be somebody else at that position, like Darian Kennard at right tackle if need be, and we went with the decision to play Morgan at right guard. Well, Morgan came through, only allowed one pressure in 28 pass blocking opportunities, did not allow a sack, and he also had his highest run blocking grade of the season, according to Pro Football Focus. Now, Ryan is in the final year of his contract, considering the Packers cap situation and the other players who need contracts. It's unlikely that Sean Ryan returns. And now it seems like the right guard job is Jordan Morgan's to lose. Now, again, injuries could scramble that situation at any time. But now it's up to Morgan to put together a string of solid, consistently good performances and really nail down that starting spot at right guard. To make it even better, this week, he returns to Arizona, where he played college football, as the Packers visit the Arizona Cardinals. And for him to make his second straight start when returning to the state where he played college ball will definitely be exciting for Jordan Morgan. So this could be the start of a new home for Morgan. All he has to do now is stay healthy and take full advantage of the opportunity. Check out our website at thepackerspost.com for in-depth articles on the Packers. Here on YouTube, hit the like button and subscribe so you never miss one of our videos. They go every day, Monday through Friday. We'll be back tomorrow. But until then, have a great day, everybody. Stay safe. And of course, go Pack Go.